All right, it's Sunday night, it's late. Just got back from deer hunting. I'm dead tired. I'm really not happy. Didn't get a deer. I get a call about 11 o'clock at night from Emily Smith, campaign manager. Asked me if I do the intro for Dan Smith, and I thought, I've got too much work to do. I don't want to do this, but I did. And I thought this is important. I believe his candidacy is important. So I whipped up a little intro, but I do need your help. It was a very quick job I did. I need a little participatory democracy, as it were. I've got a few laugh lines in here. If you don't laugh, I'm going to put this up. Okay? Please laugh. Please. Okay, so this scenario may be familiar to some of you in the audience. 7 months ago, I got a call, actually many different calls from many different people, urging me to meet some guy named Dan Smith, who was thinking of running for mayor. And my first thought was, who the hell is Dan Smith? Finally, beaten down by all the networking, I agreed to sit down, and I'm really glad I did. We spent over 3 hours talking about everything from politics to business to social missioning to who was a better snowboarder, which by the way was me, probably because Dan only skis. Oh, you did it. Rock and roll. And I came away from that meeting very impressed about how much he knew about Burlington, how much he cared about Burlington, and more importantly, by the direction he thought that Burlington should go. On some things we strongly disagreed. I mean, he is a bit of a policy wonk. All right, last one. But on far more, we were completely on the same page. And for the first time in a long time, I was getting excited about the possibilities and directions that this younger, very engaged generation could take our city. So I'm now putting out the call to everyone here. Listen to this man and see if his ideas and energy make sense to you too. I think they will. Therefore, without further ado, I'd like to introduce to you the next mayor of Burlington, Dan Smith.
Thank you very much. And thank you all for joining us here today. I have to say it's a pleasure to be introduced by a man who I think symbolizes the creativity, the openness, and the commitment to community that is the hallmark of what Burlington is. I mean, this guy does everything, from mentoring to home building to filmmaking to serving in the schools. He's all over the place. And I think, I know I'm proud to have him introduce me because he symbolizes the kind of coalition that we're trying to build with this campaign. And I think that's a very important symbol and a very important statement to make on the first day. I also want to thank the Skinny Pancake staff and management for letting us take over their space for a few minutes this morning. I know it's not particularly convenient to be inundated, but I hope a few of you stick around for lunch. They too represent the bright potential of the next generation in this city. Now, I have a friend, and he's focused on building his business here in Burlington, and he's fond of celebrating what he describes as the I live here moment. These moments, the I live here moments, present themselves when we step out of our shoes and we realize anew how fortunate we are to live in such a beautiful place, such a healthy place, and we're reminded all over again that Burlington and Vermont are so truly unique. These moments come as we run in the fresh morning air on the bike path. They come while we relax on the lake and watch the evening light silhouette Mount Mansfield. They come while enjoying the first bike ride of the spring and the last softball game of the fall. The I live here moment can be found in the instant that a teacher offers encouragement to a student, in the greetings between friends at the farmer's market, or in the unbridled exuberance of the entrepreneur whose dream has just been validated with the sale of her first product. I experience one of these moments nearly every day when I pass my grandmother's house on South Willard Street, or when I pass the office of Mobius Mentoring, or the Boys and Girls Club in the Old North End, each of which stand in my mind as a symbol of the conduit between the achievement of one generation and the potential of the next. I'm reminded of the mentoring my grandfather provided for my generation and the generation before me. And when I pass the school named for my great-great-uncle, the C.P. Smith Elementary School, I realized that how we live is as important as where we live and what we do to make the I Live Here moments possible for those around us and for those who will follow. But for every one of these moments, there are the daily reality checks that all is not well in the Queen City. Too many streets are crumbling, too many businesses are struggling, too many families face the prospect of a cold winter, too many storefronts sit empty. We hear more and more often about violent crimes in our neighborhoods. We hear more and more about drug-related crimes in our community. Too many holiday dinners will be forsaken to make a utility payment or to put gas in a car. And sadly, too many young people whose ideas and vision for the future, whose ideas and vision represent our future, are forced to chase the I Live Here moment somewhere else. In the face of these challenges, we remain stymied by partisanship. So today I formally begin my independent campaign for mayor of this great city with the same spirit that guided past leaders of Burlington and a vision as clear as the morning on Lake Champlain. A campaign dedicated to restoring the belief, rekindling the enthusiasm, and revitalizing the resources that were once the hallmark of Burlington. In the wisdom, the spirit, and the vision that guided Mayor Frank Kane. In the wisdom, the spirit, and the vision that saw Mayor Gordon Paquette sign on for what is now the Church Street Marketplace. In the wisdom, the spirit, and vision that led Mayor Bernie Sanders to preserve the waterfront for all Burlington, and that guided Mayor Peter Clavelle as he steered us towards downtown prosperity. It is this history that teaches us that we can move forward without sacrificing the culture and without sacrificing the ideals that separate us from cities that simply cannot provide the same I Live Here moment. Today we face new challenges and old challenges not addressed. We kid ourselves if we think we're insulated from regional, state, national, and international economic upheaval. But it is within our power to guide our own future by supporting existing employers and encouraging the growth of new industries within our city limits. We will bring together the best and the brightest to find new solutions, to encourage, to mentor, and strive to attract dynamic enterprises, green businesses, creative businesses, technology businesses, who along with our existing employers can shore up that economic foundation. We'll forge stronger partnerships with the great institutions with whom we share common goals and with whom our success is inextricably tied. The University of Vermont, Champlain College, Fletcher Allen, and all the myriad of smaller companies, nonprofit organizations, and entrepreneurs from the Intervale to Industrial Avenue, whose ideas and energy will drive us forward. Today, for all the good things our city has achieved, there are too many promises left unfulfilled, too much work left undone, too many hopes dashed by indifference, and too many opportunities missed to trust to the future to the same tired mindset at City Hall. Under my leadership, we'll foster new approaches to old problems, and most important, we will be inclusive. Every idea is worth considering, no matter what the source, no matter where it comes from. Every voice is worth hearing, and every opportunity is worth exploring. And with renewed spirit and independent and open leadership in City Hall, together we can overcome any and every challenge that's out there and reinvigorate a city that this year celebrates 235 years of independence and 235 years of hope. In the weeks ahead, I'll provide specific programs, plans, and ideas to get us back on track. I'll renew our commitments to new urbanism and smart growth, while at the same time sustaining our support for the arts and the creative economy, our enthusiasm for diversity, our care for the most vulnerable among us, our commitment to excellence in the classroom and safety in our neighborhoods. But what's equally, perhaps most vitally important for every Burlington resident to know is this: my vision is clear. It's not clouded by partisan politics. The independence and vigor of my administration will mirror the independence and vigor of this city. I ask every citizen of Burlington, from the newest refugee to the oldest family, from the most ardent progressive to the most committed conservative, to join me so that together we can restore a culture of common cause, a culture that again provides hope for for every Burlington resident so that they too, one day soon, will celebrate an I Live Here moment. Because I fervently believe that Burlington's best and the best of Burlington are still ahead of us. So I look forward to the coming months, to a positive discussion focused on the issues. And most importantly, I look forward to serving as the next mayor of the city of Burlington. Thank you all for coming out today. Thank you very much.